it's a really interesting picture you've painted, because based on everything you've cited, what is the solution to this shortage of housing? If in fact we see all this immigration, 40% of them come into the GTA, how do we solve this?
Well, I'm going to tell you that our big problem in Canada is we're not looking in the mirror and saying what is actually going on. So we have 3 levels of government. The feds are talking about immigration and talking about housing policy. They influence immigration. They don't have housing policy, okay? The provinces are kind of stuck in the middle, but they don't approve the municipal zoning process or development fees. The keys are at the municipal level, and the solution resides at the province and the feds. It's ridiculous, okay? And then when you look at stakeholders, you have aspirational voters that embrace immigration. We all do, without any understanding for what development in their backyard means. They are my backyard, and they're all for immigration. And they're the same voter, except they don't understand the issue well enough. What's happened in Canada, think about it, resi land. We have land in Canada. Last time I was on an airplane, I looked down and I see 90% land when I'm flying from city to city. Right. What's the problem? Why is this land in the US so cheap and we have more of it in Canada? Because our dense resi land has to be on municipal services in this country. And we don't have municipal services outside the 3 big cities. So suddenly, a piece of land in Toronto is bid up to $800,000 for a residential home before you hire a carpenter. Okay. Meanwhile, we have land in Barrie, Ontario, unzoned on a municipal services that probably worth $15,000 for the same size lot. It's municipal services. So there was a move to put resi land, dense resi, on municipal services in the Planning Act in this country, and that was when land was affordable. When immigration ambitions ramped up in this country, housing was affordable. We've hit a tipping point, and nobody wants to look at the underlying issues.
So dare I say, we lack political leadership and policy? Is that where we're getting at?
I think it's understanding and education. Governments are used to working on
But that's
issues.
something, shouldn't the REITs be doing that, helping with understanding and education? Are they prepared to listen to you guys on that front?
It's a slow process, because you're trying to convince decision makers that constituents aren't necessarily aligned with what the solutions are. When you're talking about supply, you need to really get ambitious with building, which really means not in my backyard, has to step aside. Absolutely. And that is really a big issue. Cities have allowed their infrastructures to grow, so these development charges, they're not just a profit margin. They need the money to sustain infrastructure. So we need to completely rethink infrastructure. We need to really rethink municipal zonings, where cities grow, where cities are. And municipalities that can come to the table with solutions should be rewarded by both the province and the feds.
Interesting.